Dan on the chase, blocks him off the backboard. Oh, showtime. Oh, he slammed it down. Peter rises. Another three from Eula. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Welcome to the MacsLive Athletic Center. I'm Yaakov Lazar alongside Chaim Stark. This is the NCSY pregame show. NCSY inspiring the Jewish future for more than 70 years. Chaim, we got a good one here. Why don't you tell us about the keys to the game tonight for both teams?
Yes, we do, Lazar. It's the play-in tournament. Win or go home. We've got two teams here, JEC, HANC. This season, HANC made the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. They're looking to continue the success that they've had this season. Just a couple games under 500, but they've been in a lot of tight games. Now for the JEC Thunder, they too played in a lot of tight games. They lost some nail-biters. They just missed the playoffs. But in this tournament, they've called up some 10th graders from the junior varsity team to bolster up their roster. They're looking to move on tonight.
We got basketball right now. Thank you. Tip is on the way, and it's won by JEC, and an opening layup by Michael Schnurr. The starters for JEC, Arnold Rosado, Michael Schnurr, Yoni Hill, Ellie Kraus, and Yamin Dumbak. As Tillis with the ball, kicks the corner, Davidowitz, a great shooter, drives inside, throws it out. Tillis a three-pointer, off the rim, no good, rebound Schnurr.
All right, Yaakov. Welcome in, everyone. We got a quick start there at 2 right off the opening tip-off. Should be a high-paced game, I think, Yaakov. Both these teams amped up. It's the first game, opening night, our only game tonight. These teams, as we mentioned in the pregame show, it's a win-or-go-home battle. Both these teams going to be fighting to move on tonight.
As you mentioned, the starting lineups. The starting lineups are sponsored by Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online and check out the great events and opportunities we have for YU students.
Yeah, Yaakov, some players to look out for on both sides. Let's start with JEC. For the Thunder, Michael Schnurr and Aaron Rosada. Two guys definitely to watch out for, as there's Rosada now, driving in and getting the 2. And for the Hurricanes of HANC, some guys to watch out for. Ruby Tillis was an all-star this season. Adam Arbiv is a great guy on the defensive end, Yaakov, so look out for him tonight.
Tillis, who missed a 3 earlier with it, swing to the corner. Here's Davidowitz up top to Arbiv. Arbiv inside to number 20. That's Jonah Galanti. Davidowitz now top of the key. Swing it for Arbiv. Arbiv. Shot clock down to 7. Tillis throws it out. Arbiv inside. Galanti a mid-range jumper, and he makes it. He was working on that shot all warm-ups. I was watching him, and it pays off there.
Yeah, absolutely.
4-2.
Something to watch out for, the shot clock. It was a new addition just a couple years ago into the high school ball battle. These teams seem to have it figured out, but it's still something that they're adjusting to. The shot clock, a new addition.
Schnurr on the dump down. That's Kraus. Kraus up from the baseline. Dumps it off for Hill. Hill out up top to Rosazada. Rosazada on the drive. Inside. Strong take. Can't finish. Rebound Arbiv.
Even though they didn't get the bucket that time, Yaakov, I think that's what they're going to want. Rosazada going inside, trying to impose his will in the paint against a smaller HANC team.
Davidowitz from downtown. Yossi Davidowitz, a 3-point sniper. Off the offensive rebound, a kick out, and he buries home the 3.
Rebounding so important, especially in high school where there's second, third, even fourth opportunities, and if you keep giving these guys chances, they're going to make a shot.
A missed shot by Michael Schnurr. He's got it again. Another, again, an offensive rebound, then kick to the corner. Kraus. Taking on Davidowitz, just made a three. Throws it back out to Schnurr. Schnurr will drive on Tillis, throws to the corner. Hill on a pump fake. He'll drive inside. Shot clock at 14, still plenty of time. Here's Dombeck inside. Throw it, finds the cutting Kraus. Around, on up and under. Around for the finish.
Yeah, even though they gave a bucket that time, Yakov, I love the HANC defense. They didn't fall for those pump fakes. They didn't foul.
As Davidowitz, another three-pointer.
Don't leave him open. The Thunder will learn that quickly. He's the sharp shooter for this Hurricane squad.
Here's Kraus. Kraus hands off for Schnurr. Schnurr on the try to use the hill screen, didn't work. And that's great defense by Ruby Tillis. Knocking it away, but it'll stay with JEC.
More relentless defense on the defensive side of the ball for HANC as you see Tillis poke the ball away into the stands. 17 on the shot clock for the Thunder with 4:11 to go here in the first quarter.
Schnurr for Rosazada. Rosazada, top of the key, trying to break down RB, gets inside and finishes. That's his second bucket of the day, knots up at 8.
Again, Yakov, Rosazada inside with the right hand that time. He can use his left. We've seen him go that way before. Hurricanes got to try to stop him on the interior.
RB throws it out to Tillis. Tillis back up top. RB lines up a three, and he buries it. HANC 3 for 4 from downtown early on, and they are lighting it up.
Now, for those of you at home who might be saying his foot was on the line, why was that a three? Look out for that white line. That's the three-point arc in high school ball. Anything beyond there is a three-pointer.
That's a tip, and that's Hill. And just a correction, Chaim, it's the most inside line is the high school line.
Oh, so even closer. So it's the inside most dark blue line.
Just look out for that. As Tillis drives inside, it's a pretty finish. Ruby Tillis, his first bucket. But something you'll notice in this Sarachek tournament, players just look for the furthest three-point line. They're not really looking to see where exactly they're standing. And you'll see high school players taking college-level threes, and even more amazing, the great shooters doesn't seem to affect them. Schnurr finds Rosazada, or couldn't find him, hit off his foot, was looking for him. That's a pull-up, that's a long two. Won't go, rebound HANC. And here comes Tillis. Tillis. Inside shot, no good for Galante.
And we might start to see as the game goes on and the possessions start to become a little more hectic, as these guys, they not necessarily have so many schemes on offensive defense. It's more of the players just doing their thing like we just saw with Rosazada. So it's going to be some more improvisation on the offense and defense for some of the players.
That was a great move by Rosazada, as we got a bit of a fast-paced scoring game here. No fouls have been called yet, as Tillis drives inside, can't finish. Again, something you see here, the high school rims and backboards are usually very different from what you're going to see here at the Max Athletic Center, more of a college regulation, bit of an adjustment period as you'll see throughout this tournament. Here's Tillis. Great pretty move through the legs, draws the foul. Oh no, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, that was a close one, Yakov. Just outside the restricted area was the defender that time. He got in great position, took the charge, drew the offensive foul. Thunder basketball.
A great between-the-leg move by Tillis. But an even better play drawing the charge. Here's Kraus up top. Rosazada will line up a three-pointer. Short, no good. Bit of a line drive shot.
And not much arc that time. Now, if you look on the HANC bench, Yakov, significantly fewer players than JEC, as there's a turnover and a steal. Kraus looking to finish. It'll be a foul. But as I was saying, if you look at the benches for these players, JEC's got significantly more players. Some of that might be due to the fact that the Thunder called up some of their players from the junior varsity team to aid them here in the Sarachek tournament. So for the Hank players, we're going to be seeing a lot fewer substitutions than for the Thunder, perhaps, as we've got a timeout on the floor.
Level up your Pesach plans. This call might join NCSY at Six Flags on April 5th and 6th for an epic day you won't want to miss. Busing is provided for teens, and there'll be kosher for Pesach food available. Visit sixflags.ncsy.org for more info. Remember to stay tuned for the Can't Step It Up halftime show, as we will have all your recaps in the first half. Hank right now shooting the lights out. Rosazada dominating on the inside, as we got a good one in the first quarter so far, Chaim.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe a little off topic, but worth noting, something I noticed about both of these teams' logos is that they're kind of parodies of professional team logos. JEC Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder logo with the JEC text in there, and the Hank Hurricanes looks a little like the Carolina Hurricanes logo, but miscolored. I hope we don't get into any copyright problems with the NBA and NHL, Yaakov, but they've been okay up until this point, so I'm confident they'll be okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a theme throughout the Yeshiva League. You have the Hill Heat, the Maggie David Warriors.
That's right.
As Davidowitz lines up a wide open corner three. That one no good, and it'll lead to transition for JEC. That's Schnurr at the top of the key, trying to back down number 5, throws it out to the corner. Bit of a bunch of subs, be sure to get to you in the game right now. As
looks like it's going to stay with JEC. Rosazada tried to get inside, couldn't get the layup to go. It clonked off of a Hurricane defender, so it'll stay with the Thunder.
So we got kick to the corner. That's Schnurr. Schnurr hands it off for Kraus. And they're going to hold for one.
Yeah, shot clock is turned off. 23 seconds to go. JEC up by 1.
Here we go. Dribbling it out. Kraus and Davidowitz. Kraus using the screen. That's a deep three-pointer. No good. Rebound taken by JEC. They got a chance to do something. Davidowitz back to Arbif. Back to Davidowitz. Corner three at the buzzer. Too strong. A good look. And it's going to be JEC 14, Hank 13. We're going to send it back to commercial break. We'll be back after this.
There is awesome facilities, from pool to tennis courts to soccer fields, and just the avira, the atmosphere at the dining room. We bench all together, all meals, which is amazing. We value Torah, and we have chinuch staff that are on campus 24/7.
I truly believe anyone who comes here as a camper will carry this place with them for the rest of their lives.
I love it, and my family loves it.
You wish you could just stay here forever.
Come to Como Pizza for some great pizza, pasta, salads, even some office breakfast options. We'll be streaming the games in the store, making a great place to watch games while you eat. As we're going to start the second quarter. Freeman up top to Arbiv. Arbiv to Freeman. Back to Arbiv. JEC picking up the pressure on defense. Arbiv swinging for Freeman. His pull-up two-pointer, no good. Rebounded by JEC.
Yeah, Yaakov, as we've got maybe a fast break opportunity here, one-on-one, no good. But I would say that first quarter was a pretty clean first quarter, all things considered, for the first game. energy is high, a lot of adrenaline, but very few fouls, as you mentioned, very few turnovers. It was a pretty clean first quarter.
And as Freeman lines up a corner to 3, that one no good. A quick 0 for 2. But as you mentioned the fouls, and a recent new rule to the Yeshiva League, they used to have more of a college-style 7 fouls a half as 1-on-1, 10 fouls double bonus. They've now adapted an NBA style with its 4 quarters, having 5 fouls in the bonus and it's 2 free throws. So 1-on-1, a thing of the past in Yeshiva League. That's a pull-up 2 by Schnur, and he knocks it down.
That was a pure jump shot, Yaakov. Found his spot, up and straight in. That was a good-looking jumper.
JEC clearly a bigger team, and if they can make jump shots, it's going to be really tough for HANC to stay in there. They got to respond to their own. As Freeman, another 3-pointer. He gets one to go. He missed his first couple, and this time he knocks it down.
Yeah, Yaakov, that's how the Hurricanes have been able to stay in this game so far. 3-pointers. That's already their 4th of the game. 12 of their 16 points have come from behind the arc. That's why we're tied up here with 6:17 to go in the second quarter.
Schnur inside. Gets a friendly roll. That's 2 buckets in a row. And it's going to lead to a JEC 30-second timeout. We're going to send it to a commercial break.
I think I connect with Hashem more at Seneca because we have davening every night.
When we hit Friday night, everybody takes a deep breath. We come to the shul all together. Amazing tefillah with singing and joy and dancing.
On Saturday night, everybody's got their arms around each other. They're so excited to just sing together.
Want to receive Sarachek news and updates, get closed game alerts? Join our WhatsApp group. The link is in the description of this YouTube video. As we're back in the action after the JEC timeout. Freeman's got it up top to Arviv. Interesting, HANC took Ruby Tillis out of the game as that's a step back 3 for Davidowitz, and he buries it.
Yeah, Yaakov, I was about to say that in that timeout, Coach Grubenberg for the Thunder was probably going to say, we've got them inside, right? We're a bigger team inside, but we cannot keep letting them get these shots off on the perimeter. We just saw another one there.
As here's Schnur, who's made 2 straight buckets. Can't get that one. Rebound tipped and grabbed by HANC, and they're going to push. Galante for Arbiv. Arbiv. It's a good action to get Freeman an open layup, and he finishes.
HANC's in a rhythm now. Shots from the outside. That time they were able to get inside. The Thunder going to try to subdue these Hurricanes. To do that, they're going to have to start on the offensive side. They've gone cold.
Freeman off the bench, a quick 5. There's a post up for JEC. He'll hand off for Schnur. Throws it back out to Rosazada. Rosazada driving on the smaller Freeman inside. Finishes through the contact and the foul. What a take.
Wow, the amount of English he put on that basketball. Take a look at the replay here. With the right hand, just nicks the corner of the backboard, but so much spin he imparted on that ball. Falls right in the hoop. He's got a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yeah, we got a lot of basketball left to play in this Sarachek tournament, but we got an early candidate for play of the tournament as Rosazada gets the free throw to fall. It's all knot up at 21. Each team throws a punch, each team responds back. Tillis back into the game. They run the same action for Freeman. He gets by his man, pull back, throws back out. Davidowitz has made 3 threes already. Skips it to Tillis. Tillis a couple through the legs dribbles. Tillis inside, throws it out. Freeman a 3-pointer. No good. Rebound JEC, and here comes Rosazada in transition. He'll Euro his way. A lot of contact, no foul. He'll go up again. He'll get the foul call this time.
Rosazada looking for an encore. Looks like his initial shot got blocked, but he stayed with it. You know, Coach Grunberg's got to love that, seeing his star player get inside and impose his will.
We would like to thank Chopsticks for being a proud MacsLive sponsor. For the best Chinese food in Teaneck, you've got to go to Chopsticks. Head to chopsticksusa.com to order online. The link is in the description of this video. All Sarachek games which are played at Yushin University will be broadcast on MacsLive.com and MacsLive YouTube channel. Subscribe to MacsLive on YouTube and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single Sarachek broadcast.
1 for 2 from the line from Rosazada, and I'm going to imagine that as the game continues, Rosazada is going to find himself at the free throw line a lot. As we've said, as there's a desperation heave, Rosazada's the biggest guy on the court, right? He's going to try to be getting inside, trying to get into the paint. Perhaps Hank will need to hack him to keep him from getting easy buckets.
Rosazada just 1 for 2 at the line in his last free throw attempt. And with 3:53 remaining in the second quarter, we're going to remind you to stay tuned for the Camp Step It Up halftime show, which will recap everything that's happened. It's exciting first half of basketball. Tillis, a couple of hang dribbles, throws it out to Vidowitz. Galante hands for Tillis. Tillis rejects the screen, gets inside, and finishes.
Tough take. Tillis took on 3 Thunder defenders to get to the cup.
That's a really professional move, splitting the defense and avoiding the shot blocker at the rim to get the bucket. That's a pull-up long two-pointer. No good. Rebounded, grabbed by Sam Ofer.
Nice rebound from Ofer, using his height to tip the ball to himself.
Davidowitz again from downtown. That's his 4th three-pointer of the first half, and he is hyped. This kid can really shoot. JEC in early action. Ofer, great defense top of the key. Hand for Walsman. Walsman on the drive, kick to the corner. That's a three-pointer. Back rim, no good. Rebound to Vidowitz. And here comes Hank in transition up 4.
Hank with the chance to take their biggest lead of the game so far on this offensive possession.
Tillis drives by, lost the ball, and draws the foul.
Yeah, Rosazada hit the deck, but it looks like he's going to be the one guilty of the foul.
So a couple of Schnurr will take a seat. Got Rosazada, Walsman, in for JEC. Here's Tillis. Tillis hands the corner. RB takes a 3. No good. Rebounded by JEC, and here comes the push. Rosazada inside, bullying his man, dump it down. There's a kick out inside. It's a corner three-pointer. No good. Team rebound grab by Tillis, and now he's pushing. Tillis on the drive. Gets blocked. And off Tillis' foot, out of bounds.
Great defense there from JEC. They've had a pretty decent defensive first half. I will say, though, on the offensive side, outside of Rosazada, it's been a bit of a struggle creating some shots.
Here's Ares. Rosazada takes a 3. He's blocked by Freeman. Gets it right back inside and finishes.
Wow. Undeterred by the block from the outside, gets his own rebound, cuts the lead to 2.
Aaron Rosazada's got a couple of his brothers in the crowd as he's putting on a show in this first half as Tillis on the spin move draws the foul.
Like the aggression from Tillis, we've seen a lot of outside shots from the Hurricanes.
For behind-the-scene pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, be sure to follow @MacsLive on Instagram and Twitter. As Tillis missed the first. Come to Golan Heights for the best authentic Israeli food and more. Located a few steps away from campus, shawarma, schnitzel, poppers, to name a few of Golan Heights' delicious items. As Tillis takes the second free throw.
A couple substitutions there for JEC in this last 1 minute, 18 seconds, as Hank will make a substitution now. Tillis, after going 1 for 2 from the line, will sit out the final minute plus of this first half.
A couple of the starters. Benjamin Domback and Yoni Hill back in the game. That's a drive on the errors on Davidowitz. Rosazada lost the ball on the baseline. He throws it out of bounds. A lot of traffic, didn't hit anybody in his last touch by JEC.
That was great defense from Elijah Friedman that time. He blocked the initial attempt from Rosazada and then forced an errant pass right through the legs of his teammates. It'll be Hank basketball.
RB to Davidowitz. Davidowitz with 4 first half threes. Galante throws it out. RB the three-pointer. No good. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay JEC's way. JEC, see RB there. That took a long three-pointer. These players not really aware of where the shortest three-point line is, as Davidowitz takes the long three there, in and out.
For Davidovich, it hasn't mattered much so far tonight, but you're definitely right that with so many lines out there on the floor, it can be hard to tell exactly where you are. You're not going to look down, set your feet perfectly every time.
That's a great take by Rosazada, who's just been on a mission today. RB, that pass got deflected and taken. Wow, what a finish as JEC takes the lead. RB, another deflected pass. Davidowitz sees 2, throws it inside. 2 seconds left. Rosazada's got it. And that will send us into halftime. JEC 28, Hank 27. We will send it to our halftime reporter, Noam Elbaum, our sideline reporter, who's going to stand by with the coach for JEC up 1. Now.
Hey guys, we're here at halftime. I'm here with Coach Ellie Grunberg. How do you guys feel that your team has been able to perform offensively so far in this half?
First, I just want to thank Sarachek, Aaron Wasserman for getting us here. We're grateful for the opportunity. You know, our defense is not good enough right now. We're letting Davidovich get loose. We've given up a lot of open threes. I know it's a big court, but we got to close out a lot better. I like the last minute there. We got to take the lead into half, but we got to do a lot better if we want to advance and stay in this tournament.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that they were getting a lot of threes early on in that game. How do you feel is the best defensive mechanism to stop those three-point game?
It's a good question. Listen, Davidovich, if he sees the rim, it's, you know, he can make it. So we got to be on top of him. I think part of it is our point of attack defense. We're getting blown by. So if you're going to get blown by at three-point line, guys need help, and then they're getting kickouts. So it starts with stopping ball and keeping our shell and not letting us have to play in catch-up mode.
Thank you so much, Coach Grunberg. Back to you guys.
We are going to send it to a commercial break. We got the Cam Step It Up. Sorry, we have the NCSY halftime show after this.
And I fell in love with basketball when I was 12 years old. Well, let me take you back to the beginning of Step It Up. A kid with hoop dreams. In 7th grade, played middle school ball, played high school ball. I wanted to be a Division I player. My friends were cynical about it, my teachers at school, my head of school. The dream became a reality. And as a little kid from Boca Raton, Florida, I ended up finding myself at Madison Square Garden. That only fueled more and more, and the dream became bigger. I transferred to Brandeis University in Boston, where I played 2 more years before moving to Israel, playing a year of pro ball. And at 25 years old, 2 years later, I started Stepping Up. At the time, a basketball private training company. Remember the first session I ran, I was driving home and I just had goosebumps. I felt something. I said, this is it. And from that private training session, we grew more private trainings in a day camp where kids got better in a 5-day program. So I said to myself, kids are getting better in an hour and getting better in a week. Let's start a sleepaway camp. Let's take them for 6 to 8 weeks. It can make a real shift in their mind, a shift in their soul and their perspective. And that's what we did. I sit here with you 12 years later in 2023. We started with one kid in 2009. This summer, we're fortunate enough to host over 430 campers from 20 states and 10 countries. When I first started Step It Up, the intention was to run a high-end skill development camp. Little did I know, it would evolve into a life skills camp disguised as a basketball camp, whose core principles are the same principles that I not only grew up on, but still live by to this day. Open heart, open mind. If you come in with the right attitude and you open your heart and mind, we can make tremendous progress. Attention to detail, on the court and off. Live passionately, because what else is there? The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Whatever you choose to do in life, do it all the way. Action above all. Don't talk about it, be about it. Experiences over materialism. It lasts much longer, and it's more real. Good breeds good. Be good to yourself, and be good to one another. Game speed, game-like. We train with a focus and intensity on the court, which turns practice into a game, and the game into a practice. We work hard, we play hard, we step it up. These principles are beyond basketball. We use basketball as a vehicle for growth and success. And the results, well, they speak for themselves. Countless number of middle school and high school MVPs. Over 60 college players, Division 1, 2, and 3. Professional players, national team players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, an NBA draft pick, and over 5,000 families, all of whom have stepped it up. We have a love for the game, timeless principles that guide us, a state-of-the-art campus, engaged coaches. We have the results. The choice is simple. It's time to step it up.
Our halftime show is brought to you by Camp Step It Up. It's just a 2.5-hour drive from New York City with busing provided to and from camp. Founded by former D1 player Yogev Berdego, Step It Up is the most proven Shomer Shabbat sleepaway camp in the world over the past 13 years. Step It Up has produced over a dozen Yeshiva University and Stern College players, including conference all-stars and leading scorers, along with dozens of Yeshiva League MVPs, hundreds of Sarachek players who have come through the program, including current stars like Gaby Spodek, Alex August, Jojo Alfasi, Simon Alul, and Noah Hiltzik. Step It Up has also developed over 100 college players across all divisions, plus professional and national teams as a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year and even an NBA draft pick. The camp runs from June 4th through August 5th in the U.S. and additional Israel session August 9th to 5th. Flexible 1 to 7 week options are available for boys and girls in grades 3 through 9. With 3 daily minyanim learning groups, a camp rabbi, and a state-of-the-art campus in Pennsylvania, over 5,000 families have already stepped it up. For more information, visit timetostepitup.com, email at office@campstepitup.com, or call 888-600-0908 as Chaim, we've had just a great game so far. Why don't you tell us a little bit what happened in the first half quickly?
Yeah, Yaakov, a super exciting start in this play-in game. Single elimination, win or go home. It was back and forth to start, right? We saw a lot of buckets in the paint from JEC. We saw a lot of perimeter three-point shots from HANC. Now, we heard Coach Grunberg for JEC at the end of the first half say, despite his team with this 1-point lead, they've got to do a better job defending the three. Davidovitz for HANC has been terrific from three-point range with 4 3-pointers. JEC, they had a great ending to the first half as HANC had a nice 4-point lead. JEC went on a little 5-0 run there to take a 1-point lead. And just something to keep in mind as we head into the final 16 minutes of this game, it is win or go home, right? This is the first game of the night. It's like the play-in the NBA. You gotta win. This is like the 9-10 matchup. Must-win game. Both these teams want it. Both these teams made the trip here to the Max Stern Athletic Center. Both teams want it. We saw from Coach Grunberg. His team wants it. We know that the HANC coach, Coach Yankovic, he wants it. Both teams want it. How many times am I going to say want it, Yaakov? They both want it. Let's go.
As we are underway in this second half, JEC up 1. Rosazada for Schnur. He'll drive inside, kick to the corner. That's stolen by Davidowitz. Throws it up court to Galante. 1-2. Can't finish but a foul.
Wow, that's pretty interesting to start the first half, the second half rather, as the first half, as we mentioned, was a clean first half. Very few turnovers, very few transition opportunities. We got a 2-for-1 there as an early turnover from the Thunder led to a fast break opportunity and 2 free throws for Galante.
Galante makes the first. Ties it at 28 as this back and forth game continues.
Now, something that the HANC Hurricanes might have an advantage of is that they've got some experience in these types of games this year. What do I mean by that? HANC made the playoffs this year. They lost a tight game to Mag and David in the first round. JEC just missed the playoffs this year, so HANC has a little more experience playing on this kind of stage with these guys this season.
Yoni Hill underneath the basket. A tight angle, and he's able to finish.
JEC grabs the lead right back, up by 2. Let's look to see if HANC continues to settle for perimeter shots, or maybe more like that, get inside as Galante, little flip in the paint, tying it at 30.
Yeah, HANC's been just killer from downtown all day, but they've had Tillis going inside, and now if they get Galante also, just can really space this floor and make it difficult for JEC. Kraus trying to spin on Davidowitz. Couple of pump fakes, try to dump down a Hill, wasn't there. Turnover picked off by Ofer. Here comes Tillis. Slow it down, now a kick to the corner. Davidowitz a 3-pointer, and he picks up right where he left off. Yossi Davidowitz, his 5th 3-pointer.
Already 2 turnovers for JEC. Davidovitz making them pay. Cannot leave him open, especially from that corner. He lives in that corner. If you leave him open, he'll drain it.
Rosazada spin inside, he draws the foul. You have one of the officials telling Aaron Rosada's brother, Ruben Rosada, he can cheer for his brother, but he's got to take a seat. He was almost on the court there.
Yeah, everybody's excited. The players are into it with that quick back and forth start, high intensity. Now the fans getting into it as the Max Stern Athletic Center continues to fill up for this opening night game of the Red Sarachek tournament.
It's Rosada makes the first.
Yeah, Hill's going to head to the bench here. Yoni Hill for the Thunder. Just over a minute into the second half as Galante grabs the rebound off the miss.
Here's Tillis. Gets inside. No good. Great defense on the interior by JEC as Rosada on the push. Rosada dump down on the baseline. That's a great cut by Kraus. Throws it back out. Here's Schnur in the corner. Still over 20 seconds on the shot clock. Throws it back out to Rosazada. He'll stare down Tillis. Pull up 3-pointer. No good. Rebound JEC. as a lot of contact down low. That's a great finish by Schnurr.
Yeah, that was a great finish. And we actually heard one of the fans here yell, "No foul." I think that was a great point by him, actually, because at this level, if you're just going to keep on sending guys to the free throw line, the game is going to slog on. Neither team's going to be able to get into a rhythm. As Davidovich lets another one fly, not that time. But if you keep sending guys to the line, the game will slog on. So even if they make the basket, playing solid defense is crucial.
That's a pull-up three for Schnurr, as JEC takes the lead, 36-33.
We haven't seen too many three-point even attempts from JEC, but that one drained. Davidovich hit the deck as the ball went straight past him. Turnover, HANC. JEC gets the ball back up by 3.
So you have Rosazada, number 22. Aaron Furberg in the game. He's been a lot of minutes. Let me mention him. He's been out there. Here's Rosazada. Trying to draw a foul, looked like. Official said it was tipped, and Davidowitz escapes to the loose ball. Throws to no man's land, but Arbiv's there to pick it up.
Yeah, that was scary for HANC. That looked like it could have been a foul.
As Freeman, a turnaround three-pointer. He's been on fire off the bench, up to 8 points.
And again, Yakov, this game is tied up. We haven't seen a team have a lead more than 6 points either way. It's been tight the whole time.
Kraus. There's Furberg. Schnurr, a three-pointer. He's made one. He's made another.
We've seen more and more three-pointers here as this third quarter's halfway extinct, but we've seen way more three-pointers. We've already seen more threes in this first half of the third quarter than we did in the entire first half for the Thunder.
Davidowitz, another three. Not that time. Offensive rebound. Dump down. Over on the finish, and it's back to a 1-point game.
Nice, nifty pass. Got the rebound. Got his defender up in the air. Little bounce pass inside. Easy layup.
So here's Schnurr. Guarded by RB. If he's giving him the left side, he'll take a screen. Drives inside. Throws it back out to Furberg. There's Schnurr. His pull-up jumper. No good.
Yeah,
rebound Arbivas. Rosazada runs into him, and it's being knocked out of bounds. And it's going to go JEC way.
Wow, looks like Arbiv wants a foul for getting bumped into. Nothing called on the play, and the Thunder will maintain possession.
Ares gets it in to Furberg. Here's Schnurr. Rosazada's got it. Driving on the smaller defender. Won't go, and it'll stay JEC way.
Back-to-back possessions here. After a miss, the rebound couldn't be corralled by HANC. JEC with a third opportunity here with 22 on the shot clock.
There's a post touch, gets it out to Schnurr. And we're going to have a double dribble called on JEC. We would like to thank all of our sponsors. If you'd like to become a MacsLive sponsor, email us at yumacslive@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram or on Twitter.
Friedman just nailed a three there, giving HANC a 2-point lead. Again, back and forth.
Here's Furberg. For Schnurr, pull-up three. Won't go. Rebound over. HANC on a bit of a run. RB, he'll drive. 2 long steps, left it short.
Had a clean look that time, could have made the lead 4. Thunder get the ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Ares for Schnurr. Turn, fade away, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Arbiv's got a tough assignment there on defense, guarding Schnurr on the perimeter. Schnurr loves that mid-range jump shot. He got to his spot that time. Arbiv gets called for his hand in the cookie jar. 2 free throws for Schnurr. RB will head to the bench here. He's had a solid game. As we've said, he's had a tough defensive assignment, but he's been great on defense so far, limiting Schnurr. He hasn't been able to get as hot as perhaps he would have liked.
As we have Walsman will check in for Rosazada.
Yeah, Rosazada and Davidovich were deep in conversation there. So Rosazada didn't realize he was being subbed out of the game. Wonder what those two stars were talking about. Davidovich has been great from the outside. From the inside is where Davidovich has lived.
Maybe
Rosazada has lived.
they were asking each other as Freeman drives inside. That shot was partially tipped on the interior. Here's Schnurr. Inside, Walsman, a pump fake. He didn't go up right away, and it allowed HANC to get back into play and force the miss. That pass is knocked out of bounds by Erez, and it'll stay with HANC.
Again, I'm surprised to see no foul call there on that play. Looks like he got a defender up in the air. That's the second time that the Thunder haven't been awarded a foul call.
Refs really letting them play here, and we like to see a good high school basketball. There haven't really been any timeouts, haven't really been any fouls. Just mano a mano, who's better? That's Freeman getting inside, tough shot, can't get the roll. As the way HANC's going right now, a little bit of a tougher rim than they had in the first half. Known by anyone who plays pickup in the Macs gym, such as myself.
Yeah, something else about these rims, you'll notice the stanchion that's living above it. We haven't had too many encounters with it, but if it hits that, it's a dead ball and possession will switch.
Loose ball, who wants it more? On the ground, it's going to be a kick ball, and it's going to go. It's going to go JEC's way.
Yeah, while Galanti was there on the floor, as we take a look at the replay, looks like the ball, yeah, he tried to maybe kick it up to himself, or maybe it was just dumb luck that the ball was by his foot, but possession switches.
Walsman throws it back out. Here's Schnurr. Loose ball, stolen by Galanti. Hands for Davidovich. Davidovich's pass knocked out of bounds and into the crowd.
Some substitutions here for the Thunder as Rosada will check back into the game.
Coach calls out a play.
Along with Kraus. Kraus back in the game as well.
HANC Harkin just called out. Play called Thunder. Let's see what they run here as Freeman, a tough shot. No good. As it's picked up by JC in transition. Here comes Rosazada. He'll drive the lane. Tough shot inside. No good. And it's going to be a offensive. It's going to be a foul on Rosazada.
Yeah, Rosazada maybe could have held for one shot there. I don't think he noticed that the shot clock had turned off. We're down just 11 seconds here. Maybe he could have curled back out, reset perhaps, and set up the offense. But instead, the ball will go back to HANC.
Best summer ever. Last summer we brought 1,000 teens to Israel. This year we're bringing even more. The countdown is on. Are you ready? With over 20 incredible programs, NCSY is something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to make this the best summer ever. Register today at ncsy.org.
Yeah, so this third quarter, Yakov, I'd say really not much different in terms of back and forth that we saw in the first half, right? Again, this game has not gotten too out of reach. The largest lead has been just 6. Seems that when one team starts to get hot, the other team shuts them down and goes on a little streak of their own.
So here we go. 10 seconds left. Tillis. 5 seconds. Tillis drives. Takes the contact. It's going to be his second charge of the game. And JEC is going to have a chance to do something with 4 seconds left.
Oh, that's tough there. Hurricanes had an opportunity. Looks like, yeah, that's probably a nice call. if we take a second look at that replay.
As we got action. Rosazada from half court. He had time. Oh, it hit the front rim. Rosazada had his second left, so decided to shoot it from half court and almost put it down. What an exciting game. We're going to send it to a commercial break. You don't want to miss the finish to this one. We'll be back after this.
The first thing that struck me when I came here was the beauty of this place.
When I first got here, it was so welcoming, and I felt like I fit in right away.
I'm always excited to be here. The atmosphere here is great. The people here are great. The staff is great.
Every summer is so unforgettable.
And each year it gets even better and better.
Are you ready for the best summer ever?
Finishes.
Yeah, that was an all or nothing play if you're Hank that time, and that time it bit him.
Tillis. He's got it. He'll drive. Kick to the corner for RB. RB for Galati. Throws to the corner. Tillis a three. It's good. Ruby Tillis from downtown. A three-pointer.
That's huge. Hank previously had a 7-point lead. That was their biggest of the game. JEC cut into that, but now an 8-point lead after the three from Tillis. This is the largest lead of the game.
That's a three by Schnurr, and he makes it. Trailing threes, back to back. Oh, man.
JEC coach calling timeout. That gives us a chance to relax, and wow.
Oh, boy, we're going to send the commercial break, and we'll be back for the final 6:19 remaining in this game. Welcome back. Oh man, we'd like to apologize if we had any technical difficulties, but we're back, and it's just been a thrilling game. 6 and change remaining And Chaim, with everything we've seen tonight, what's going to take for both sides to get this thing done?
Yeah, if we look at the scoreboard, Hank's got the lead right now. What does that mean? They're going to have to buck up defensively. We've seen them offensively with Davidovich from the outside, Friedman from the inside, but on the defensive side of the ball, I want to see maybe a little bit more from them.
Tillis on the drive, and he'll draw the foul. Ruby Tillis, who just made a big three from the corner, now getting to the free throw line here. Chance to put Hank up 7.
Yeah, and on the other side of things, we spoke about Hank just now, but for the Thunder, they haven't had the rhythm that they've had in the first half, right? We saw Rosazada seemingly in that, especially second quarter, towards the end, just get inside at will. But the defense of Hank has been really strong. They're going to have to continue that if they're going to walk away with the victory.
Tillis mixing both, and just something about Tillis and Rosazada, both juniors. So still another full year of excellent basketball to be played after this one.
Yeah, and speaking of guys with years to come, for JEC, as we mentioned at the top, they've got some sophomores on their team. Yoni Dubrow has been great tonight for the Thunder. He's just a sophomore, called up from the JV to the varsity to help them here in Sarachek. He's on the bench right now, but he's had a great game thus far.
As the foul was called on the floor, Schnur will drive and he'll finish. Both teams trading baskets.
Yeah, and that works out for the Hurricanes.
Arbiv up top. Tillis. He's really controlling it tonight. Gets inside. Bumps his man. Tough finish. Couldn't get it to go. Galante's got it. Loose ball. Who wants it more? They throw it out. Davidowitz lines up a 3. It was blocked by Feuerman.
That's a huge block. Davidovich has been on fire. Big block. Back the other way come the Thunder offense.
That's a miss by JEC as Schnur down low banks it home. Like to apologize. It's Feuerberg, not Feuerman.
And that's going to be a timeout from Coach Yankovic for Hank. Their 7-point lead. All of a sudden, it's a one-possession game with just 5 to go.
Wow, what a game we've had today. 5 minutes remaining. And a timeout by Hank. So, coming out of the timeout, what did JEC do differently to get them back into this game?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think on the defensive side of the ball, I've been talking about it all night, but especially at this level, we know that both teams have guys that can score, but defense is really important, and we've seen JEC step up on that side of the ball. On offense, they haven't deviated from who they are. They've still been getting an inside. Again, they haven't been taking too many three-pointers. It's been working for them. They're able to get inside. The Hank defenders have done a good job keeping them at bay thus far. Guys like Arbiv and Friedman have done a good job guarding the JEC stars. But as this game goes on, those stars are going to shine, and it's going to be harder and harder to contain them. Coming out of the timeout, Hank will have the ball. 5 minutes to go. They're up by 3.
Here we go.
Yeah, and we compared this game to the play-in tournament of the NBA. You can also call it's kind of like a first 4 game of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, sure, of course you can. As we got a over-the-back foul call on Ofer. And that was a great box out by number 22, Feuerberg.
Yeah, take a look at this replay. Friedman trying to get inside. Illegal rebounding technique. That's what I'll call it. That's the offensive foul.
Rosazada guarded by Freeman, muscling his way inside, draws the foul, and 1. A chance to tie the game with 4.5 remaining. Aaron Rosazada.
He looks completely off balance there, Yakov. His legs fell out from under him, but that right hand, control of the ball, knew where it was going, right in the basket.
That's an incredible take as He squares it at 51. Back and forth we go. The seesaw up and down.
Yeah, and Yak, sorry about that. If you take a look right behind the Hank bench, they've just had about 24 fans file in to cheer him on.
Tillis the drive. He'll kick it to the corner. It's a three-pointer. Oh! For the first time today, the sixth defender comes into play.
Yeah, good, nice pass. Pretty open look for Friedman, but just a little bit off to the side, and that clank made it sound maybe a little bit worse than it was. It was just a bit offline.
Tied at 51. 4 minutes to go. Kraus, I don't believe has scored today, but has been a key factor. Hill on the drive, throws it back out. Furberg, a three-pointer for Schnurr. Off the rim, no good.
Yeah, and Yakov, as we enter under 4 minutes to go, I like to call this time of the game like eating a bag of potato chips, because it's crunch time.
Didn't know where you're going at first, but like the result. Tillis, a pull-up three. It's good! Ruby Tillis says, calm down, I got this. A huge three-pointer.
Wow. That's a huge shot.
That's a big-time shot from a junior nonetheless. Schnurr, step back three. No good. Rebound, Hill. Hill muscling his way in. That got knocked away by Ofer. Loose ball. Davidowitz has it. He looks up. He sees Freeman. Freeman on the layup. Puts it in. It's a 5-point lead for JEC. Sorry for Hank.
Well, that basketball was available for a while. Hank was able to scoop it up, take the 5-point lead. Timeout, Thunder.
Oh, man. Well, Chaim, I'm going to throw the question I asked you after the end of last commercial break. What did Hank do differently coming out of the timeout to retake the lead?
You know what it is? I'm going to highlight Ruby Tillis here. It was going back and forth. Tillis said, I'm taking over this game. He had a huge three-pointer. Hank then came up huge defensively, got the fast break opportunity. Now in a game like this, where the possessions are going to be few, everything's going to be looked at under a microscope. Those little mistakes will be magnified, and these two good teams are going to take advantage of those errors. Hank has done so after the JEC turnover. They turn that into an easy layup. Timeout by the Thunder. They've got a 5-point lead.
So as this game is coming to a close, just want to remind you, Sarachek's only getting started tomorrow, 10 a.m. Frisch Fuchs Mizrahi, the 3-seeded Frisch Cougars, take on Fuchs Mizrahi, the 14 seed. And it's going to be a really good game, and it's going to be a really great day of basketball tomorrow. Find everything on MacsLive YouTube channel. Our socials, we're everywhere, Instagram, Twitter. And just stay tuned. We got a lot of good content coming to you over the course of this weekend and into all the way through Monday. So here we go. And crunch time. Schnurr drives into Tillis, kicks to the corner. As the sophomore Dubrow on the catch.
Yeah, the ball, a reach-in foul there as Dubrow got hacked. So the Thunder will maintain possession.
Oh, man. That is not a backcourt, much to the fans' chagrin. The ref told them. Nope, it was clean. Rosazada on the drive. That's a strong take and the finish.
All right, so JEC, they've cut it back to a one-possession lead, but they're going to have to D up here. Hank has been unstoppable in these past couple minutes on offense.
Davidowitz, quick trigger corner three. He buries it! Yossi Davidowitz from downtown!
Wow, the Thunder didn't even have an opportunity to set up their defense that time. Davidowitz was feeling it. He's still feeling it.
2 minutes. That's a pull-up three. Schnurr off to the left, no good.
Yeah, and you can see Coach Grunberg point to Schnurr. You had more space. He could have taken even maybe a full step forward, and it still would have been a three-pointer.
Here we go. Tillis.
If you're the Thunder, you need to stop here.
Tillis the drive. The kick to the corner. Freeman up top. Tillis on the drive. Back for Freeman. Freeman throws it inside to Galante. Up top, Davidowicz 3. He hits another one! Yossi Davidowicz from downtown! Oh my goodness! A 3 by JEC. The answer! And a timeout by HANC.
Jakob, what is going on here? Is this how the Yeshiva League varsity basketball games have been all season? Are you telling me I should have been tuning in every night to watch all these teams play? This is unbelievable, back and forth.
Oh man, the senior Yossi Davidowicz. The transfer from Rambam into HANC. And he is lighting it up. 2 of the clutchest threes of the season for HANC. And then JEC comes right down with the answer, knocks it back to 6. But as you said, Chaim, JEC needs stops.
That's right. On offense, it looks like they've got their continuity down. They've been able to get inside at will. But that defensive side, as it always is late in games, defense wins games here. And if these teams want to continue their quest to the championship, they're going to have to win tonight. That win's going to come from good defense.
Wow, what a finish so far. Here's Tillis. Chance of defense from the crowd. Tillis dribbles into a double team. Leaves it back for Ofer, right back to Tillis. Tillis on the drive. Freeman in no rush. Now will turn the corner. Gets to the basket. Scoop finish is good.
Oh, that was so smooth, so nifty.
Feuerberg back out. Schnurr, three-pointer. Short, no good. Rebound, Galante. He's triple team. Gets away Davidowicz. A head fake and a foul. And HANC starting to feel it with 47.6 remaining.
Tough for JEC. They had a decent look from 3 that time, no good, and HANC was able to secure the rebound. So important.
Now, JEC's got a few more fouls to go until they put HANC in the bonus. Is that tough, dangerous pass? Tillis got it, takes the layup, and banks it in. Wasn't going to wait around and get fouled. He just went straight for the 2 points, and it's a 10-point lead. Rosazada, crossover, step back, and he's fouled on the perimeter, on the ground.
Yeah, on that inbounds play, it looks like JEC wanted maybe a foul there, but it looked clean to me. HANC had an easy layup, and if you're HANC, you got to take that too, for sure. Now, if you're HANC, what you don't want to be doing is fouling. Absolutely not. You don't want the clock to stop and to be giving the Thunder any opportunity to get some free buckets.
And as previously mentioned, it's 2 free throws automatically once you're in the bonus.
Now, if you're JEC here, you got to foul right away, I think. Yeah, they're still not on the penalty. They're going to have to do that again.
And they're going to have one more foul to give. And sometimes playing good defense the whole quarter, you don't really foul, comes back to bite you in these end-of-the-game scenarios.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm sure these coaches would rather they play solid defense than, have to worry about these kind of weird scenarios where you're just fouling to continue fouling, if you will.
As Galante is fouled, he'll go to the line.
All right, now if HANC can make their free throws, that'll basically do it. But if HANC wants to make things exciting, they can do that by missing some free throws. I'm sure, though, they've got no interest in making this game any more entertaining than it's already been.
As Krause comes back in, and here comes the sophomore Dubrow. He'll take a seat as the foul game continues. Second free throw. No good. Loose ball. It's grabbed by HANC, and he throws it out, but they're going to say he was fouled.
Wow, figures. The 1-3 that Davidovitz misses the whole game is the one where he's wide open.
Yeah, he was too wide open.
Yeah, he's had a great game. Talking here with Rosazada, he's had a great game for JEC, but it looks like it's going to be in vain. As if HANC barring anything ridiculous, will be winning this opening game and moving on in the Sarachek tournament.
Free throw, no good. Hands up, Rosazada. Got his man in the air, takes a three and buries it. And HANC's gonna call a timeout to extend the game.
Yep. Coach Grunberg not waving the white flag just yet. As long as there's time on the clock, he believes.
And hey, they don't call it March Madness for nothing.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, I'm sure as the tournament continues, we've got a bunch of games tomorrow, Friday, Motzei Shabbos, then a whole bunch more on Sunday. I'm sure we'll be seeing some madness that you alluded to, as anything can happen in these single elimination games when, you know, you've all seen the NCAA tournament, March Madness, when teams, 16 seeds beating ones, buzzer beaters, making you want to pull out your hair. Utter nonsense that happens on both sides. I'm sure we'll be seeing all of that and much more in the coming days.
And hey, it is Rosh Chodesh Nisan right now, but who knows? Maybe a little Adar magic still left in the air.
Yeah, Adar's only 11 months away.
There you go. Believe next year is the leap year, but not sure about that. We might have 2 Adars, so.
Double the fun.
If you have a double Adar, we'll definitely have Sarachek then in Adar next year. Davidowitz will run the baseline. Gets in for Ofer, right back to Davidowitz. There's 10 seconds left and he's fouled. As he practice heave. No good. It's the second miss of the day.
Yeah, now
unofficial stats.
Now he'll get some shots that aren't in the heat of the moment. He can think about him a little bit more. He's had such a great game. 4 threes in the first half. He's added on another 3 in the second half. He's just been spectacular for HANC. Part of the reason why they're going to be winning this game.
As Davidowitz makes the first.
Coach Yankovic advising no fouls, no threes. If they want to take layups, the red carpet is yours. No three-pointers, no fouls.
Davidowitz makes them both. Here we go. Final seconds. Loose ball. It's a 3 for JEC. No good. Rebound tipped, and it's grabbed by HANC. And the first game is in the bunks. It's the HANC Hurricanes 70, JEC 61. We have the NCSY post-game show coming up. We're going to interview the stars of the game. And we're going to throw it to commercial break. We're going to come back. We're going to have the stars of the game and the closing comments. We are going to send it down to our players of the game. We got Ruby Tillis and Yossi Davidowitz. Noam, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm here with your 2 MacsLive players of the game, Yossi Davidowitz and Ruby Tillis. Ruby, come on, 7 3-pointers from this guy. What do you got to say about this guy hitting 7 threes?
I'm used to it. Nothing normal. Nothing out of the usual for Yossi, bro.
Yossi, what do you guys say about your 7-3 performance?
Listen, you put in the work. You got teammates that support you the whole way. You're going to win every game, no matter what.
Yeah, you guys are coming off a Bet the Villa tournament win. What does it feel like you guys have the opportunity to come back here and make another win for another great big tournament?
We're going to do it. Just stay ready.
Feels great. One more chance.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Noam. Thank you to our players of the game. And Chaim, what would you say your biggest takeaway of this game and how Hank was able to get it done?
I'm just surprised by the shot making, to be honest. 7 3-pointers from Davidovich, Tillis getting inside. To be completely honest, I haven't been watching too much of this high school basketball. I'm not used to it, but the level that I've seen from these guys has been unbelievable. Tough, contested shots were being made, and I'm so glad that we had Davidovich and Tillis down on the floor to tell us a little bit about the game. Cool there. Noam, thanks so much. That was great. And, I mean, what a start to the tournament. Am I right, Yaakov? We've got so many more days of this to come. This was just the first game. I'm so excited for the rest of the tournament. Can't wait for what's next.
And we would like to thank everyone associated with this broadcast. We have Executive Director Eitan Traurig, Executive Producer David Sampson, Associate Director Ari Bluth, Associate Producer Zachary Siklik, Yossi Silver, Camera Operators Jeremy Siklik, David Bashar, Manny Spinoza, Shlomo Alter, Tech Ops, Elon Bashar, and Stats, Ella Oyon, and Joshua Shulkin. For Yaakov Lazar and for Chaim Stark. What a great game today. First game tomorrow, Frisch, Fuchs, 10 a.m. Be there. Signing off.